This kit includes an 8-inch ceramic star, acrylic paint, a paintbrush, star stencil, and design ideas. You will also need to cover your workspace. Have a cup of water to rinse your brush, and masking tape and scissors can help to make crisp edges. When we can have our workshops again, we'll have all of this prepped before you even arrive.
In your kit, there are 6 different design inspiration ideas you can choose from if you'd like to use one of these. When we have our workshops, we also have inspiration boards available to spark ideas, so you don't have to feel lost with your design. Today, we're showing you how we made design 2.
We're going to paint our stripes first. In order to do that, you want to tape off the blue side of each facet. Use your scissors to cut the tape. This will help define where the points in the center meet. You want to leave enough tape at the ends to tuck underneath to make sure all your work is covered. And you'll thank us later when you're trying to remove the tape. Make sure the tape is firmly pressed against the surface, so none of the paint enters restricted areas. Next, create the stripes with the tape on the opposite facet. For our stripes, we chose to follow the line from each point as the bottom of our first stripe. To make things easy, we decided to make our stripes the same width as a piece of tape. So when you're all done, this is what your tape star should look like. Now you're ready to paint the white stripes. Easy peasy!
The white paint only needs 1 coat of paint, but the red and blue paint will need 2 coats. Make sure you give each coat of paint about 5 minutes to dry, and then test it real quick with a touch of your finger. If you want to speed things up, you can use a hair dryer to dry each coat more quickly.
Once the white stripes are completely dry, tape over them to paint the red stripes. Apply 2 coats of red. To speed up the process, use your hair dryer again. If red just won't do, and burgundy is your style, mix in a teeny tiny drop of black paint to the red.
After the red paint is absolutely dry, pull all of the tape off. Bam! Your stripes are done. Looking a little too excited, Christy. Next, tape 1 blue facet at a time and apply 2 coats of blue paint to each. Then, repeat this step for all 5 blue facets.
Time to apply the stars. You can either do dots of white with the brush like Design 1 or use the star stencil. You can do as many or as few stars as you like. Design 2 only shows 1 star, but we chose to use 3. Pay attention to how the stars are lined up. We lined our middle star up with the center of our stripes.
To paint the star stencils, you want to dab or blot the paintbrush instead of using a brush stroke. Rinse your brush often so the paint stays a thin consistency. Make sure the paint is dry before applying the stencil. When removing the stencil, lift from one side to the other, not straight up. Then, make sure there's no wet paint on either side of your stencil before moving on to the next facet. We got ahead of ourselves and messed up because our last blue facet wasn't dry. You don't want to have to touch up your paint job like we did. If you want your stars to be a solid white, repeat with a 2nd coat of paint.
Yay! Finished product! Oh wait, that's not straight. Here we go. If you want to put a sealer over your finished project, you can use Mod Podge or any kind of acrylic-based sealant. And here's the lovely Kelly holding the finished USA star. Isn't she cute? So is a star.